without effort, knows no doubt or ailments. He's respected and successful. When he wishes for something, he prays, and it is immediately received from the Creator. The more good deeds he performs, the more successful he becomes, and vice versa. The less good he does, the less successful he becomes. What does he mean by this? Everything that he perceives is satisfaction to him. He no longer imagines that there is something outside of reality. He's not longing for something outside. It becomes revealed within him. And the person sees the providence of the Creator towards him, understands it both that he's the author of it, but also why everything occurred. What happens here is that a person is functioning above time and space, so that everything that has happened before this point becomes changed. He sees not only the future, as we like to think about people who can see beyond time and space. His corrections don't only move ahead into the future, but all of his past becomes corrected as well. That is, he understands everything that occurred in the unconscious level in double concealment, and even before that, the things that befell him, so to speak. All of those events that he felt as empty or bad, where he was mistreated by the Creator or by people, all of this disappears from him, and he understands precisely why this occurred towards him. And he can feel this in a direct relationship. When he's completed that, there is another stage, an even more refined and sublime stage of the second revelation of the Creator. That is, not only does he feel the Creator's providence over him, he feels it towards all creatures. He has exactly the same attitude, sees precisely what the Creator sees, wants what the Creator wants, feels what the Creator feels, and can see how this affects the totality of reality. And this is expressed as to love your friend as yourself. To love your friend as yourself. And by experiencing love your friend as yourself, that veil is removed and the person achieves love your Creator. Now, this is very important because this is the goal. And by seeing this, we can understand what a person needs here in the preparatory stage. Here, in order to reach this state, a person has to begin developing a method that deals with that state. The state of love your friend as yourself. The state in which everything is interconnected and functions just for the purpose of the fulfillment of the whole. Now, that's not possible just by reading books by yourself or taking direct instruction from a Kabbalist in spirituality. This is where a person makes the transition and creates a point of true free will by creating their environment. They need a group. They need to build an environment that will allow them to simulate this final state and to understand that the books and the teacher and the events of life need to be measured inside of what we call a game or a simulation. Kabbalists study together within a group with very, very defined goals. This is the goal, the adhesion with the Creator and love your friend as yourself. But if a person tries to achieve this kind of relationship with the Creator and all of life without having the correct environment, it's a completely moving target. Our egoism will always play tricks on us because in relation to the Creator, how do we know really where we are with the Creator? How do we know what His responses are like to us when we're in this stage of concealment? If we want to go out of concealment, His real attitude towards us must be revealed. And so Kabbalists study together and work together in a group so that they can learn the control systems of what it is that they want to reach. It's just like when you train a pilot. You stick a pilot into a simulator. What's really in the simulator? It's a box. There's a screen. that sort of that gives you pictures and represents every possible thing that could occur when you're flying a plane. Because when a guy is a new pilot, you're not going to put him into a 747 and go on, just try it out, see what happens. No, you're going to put him into a situation where specific events are going to happen, where he's going to learn what the controls are, how to think, how to respond. And even though he's just in a box with a bunch of electronic controls and pictures flashing in front of him, when he emerges from this, he actually knows how to respond in an emergency situation, how to land, someplace in Greece. He's never been there because he did it through a simulation. The group provides a point at which a person gets immediate feedback, because everybody who's working in the group is only studying in order to reach a specific goal. The worst thing that can happen to a person is that they get these things in their hands and then they don't understand what the actual goal is. Without being able to test yourself against something that really shows you where you are in relation to your love of your friend and in relation to the goal itself, that doesn't let you be distracted by other things, that is a perfect environment for the development of this one desire. The problem is that when a person comes to the work, they come with a very small desire for spirituality. They have a lot of physical desires and a small desire for the Creator. But when you group together a group of people whose desire is for the Creator, then that inspiration fills a person. They don't go out with only their own desire. They go out with the desires of all of them. And love your friend as yourself has great implications for both consciousness and its effect on the world. One reaches love of the Creator through the love of people, because we are one soul. So entering spirituality cannot be done as an individual, because the awareness of our interconnectedness is the entry to the spiritual world. And by working with all of these elements, the books, the correct Rav, the correct teacher, and the correct environment which we have the freedom to create for ourselves, it is by doing that that the Kabbalists can enter the spiritual world. Join us again as we go further and further on our journey. See you then.